Hello tribe, welcome back to my channel. So first off, apologies for this reading being one day late. I had to deliver the mini readings. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I occasionally will be opening for mini readings. It will be 5 to 10 minutes depending on your situation, reading, quick answer, and that's $21.21. I love that number. Comes up to 3, comes up to 6. And so the next mini reading offer will be on the 16th of May. So if you go on my website, you will see it's going to be on the bottom right corner, I believe. And I will be opening for maybe 10, maybe 15 readings. Some of you book 2 questions straight away. So the offer is limited, and I feel like it's quite useful for those who have short attention span and just need a quick answer. But yeah, that's that. Delivery date for the opening on the 16th of May will be the 20th of May. So you book on 16th, you get it delivered on the 20th. Please also read a description box of that reading, how everything works, and let's get into your reading. Pile number 1 is on the left, pile number 3 is on your right. I'll catch you in timestamps. Hello tribe, pile number 1 people. Let's see what is up with you the next week or so. Let me put this on aside and let's go. So the card that we have for you, wait, let me just get this out of the way. My microphone. Wait. Here we go. Oosh, starting strong, pile 1. We have the Magician. Let's pull more cards. Let's see what is going on here. Pile number 1, what is happening the next week? So straight away, some of you are seeing your manifestations come to fruition, which is lovely. That card wants to come out. Let's see, we have create boundaries, especially if you worked on boundaries. If you tried to improve yourself, if you tried to be a bit more authentic, because it seems like someone was wishing for self-improvement and the steps have been taken towards that path. Some of you have been doing this unconsciously actually. So there is a need for reflection where you have been half a year ago and where you'll feel you are a week or so from now. It's almost as if the spirit wants you to compare your older version of self and your current version of self, because they are telling me that there is going to be a big difference between those 2 people. You're getting a pat on the back the next week from the spirit, that is for sure. They're saying, look, what you wanted to achieve, you may not have noticed this just yet, but the next week you're noticing how everything slowly, because I'm seeing in my mind the Knight of Pentacles, one step at a time. It's happening for you, and I'm hearing my child. So maybe one particular ancestor is coming through here for you. We have explore your ancestry. No shit. Okay, no shit. So here you are. Let's see what this ancestor wants to tell you. I feel like they are telling me that you need to communicate with them on your own. This has to be personal, but let's see if there is anything else that they want to highlight for us here. The shaman, the medicine healer. Some of you are following that path. Some of you will be drawn to that path. Some of you might even think about some sort of either course, or you're reading a book, or you are practicing something that has a connection to shamanism. This is a very strong pile. You have the shaman and the magician. The next week your manifestations are shooting through the roof and everything is possible, so use that time to your advantage. Okay, now I want to jump into and be a bit more specific. What is improving for you the next week? In which area of life you are seeing or sensing change? In which area of life? And one of your ancestors were really good at manipulating energy, and I feel like that's something that you have borrowed from them, and there is an extension of them in you. I'd say it would be quite beneficial to work with water the next week, or with an element that you like, and to connect to your ancestry. We have young man. There's something here to do with improving relationships. Now, this could be a relationship with yourself or relationship with a person in your life, but it feels quite general to me. So it's telling me overall relationships with people are improving. What did I say, right? We have the success and love here, and we have the prison and restriction. By the way, if you see that my hand is a bit dirty here, I was doing some hardcore work on the weekend. Varnishing the pallets. We're making chairs, like for sofas, from it. Proper feminine energy, hey? Loved it. So it seems like there is some sort of blockage or stone in the shoe that is lifting. It's being lifted from your life in one particular relationship or relationship with self. You felt maybe restricted, or you felt like you couldn't move forward, or you didn't see progress. The next week you are seeing progress, and I feel like your heart is expanding quite a lot. Whoosh, what a pile. Okay. I want the Game of Thrones tarot. Let's put these here. What is happening the next week, please? Pile number 1. What is happening the next week? You have the Queen of Spears. That doesn't surprise me. You're on top of your game the next week. You feel motivated, driven, and you'll probably feel a need to explore. We have Knight of Spears. You might be dealing with a person who's younger than you, because we have a young man and we have Knight of Spears and the Queen of Spears. This doesn't have to be age. This could be just energy levels, or this could be that this person is young at heart, but I feel like you share the same interests, or you share the same passions. This could be any kind of relationship: family, friendships, romantic. Why these two people showing up here? Why these two people showing up here? Someone has been worried about something here. Let's see. And again, you see we have the prison and restriction in this deck, in the Steampunk Kipper, and you have Nine of Swords, where it seems like this wolf is in prison too. So let's see. Maybe that's a straightforward message for some of you. Don't need translation, right? Someone is literally in prison. We have Ace of Spears. It's like there is a new chance being given to something here, to this connection, or to this person who feels that they're restricted. Yeah, man, look, Six of Spears is here. Winning against restriction. Winning, coming out on top. This is a successful week. Okay, where can we see this success in your life? Okay, again, very straightforward messages in pile number 1. If there was some sort of, if you were in limbo about something, the next week you're coming out to the world. You are feeling free. You are feeling like there is no, I'm also seeing, I'm not bounded. I'm hearing I'm not bounded by this anymore. I feel like there is a new chapter happening here for me, and you have a very clear vision for your future. You have a very clear vision. I feel like a lot of you may feel like you want to restructure something about your life, because I'm seeing someone writing things down, calculating, setting their goals, and really sticking to the plan. And it seems like that is a golden key. That represents like a golden key for you to your manifestations and successes. You may be going to a healer or a shaman or a witch. I'm seeing here you're going to be drawn to doing something like this on your own. Let's see, because I'm seeing a lot of candles here. I'm seeing ancient wisdom, and as if you are channeling some sort of practice that's very ancient into this modern world. We have the Two of Coins. I also feel like you might be receiving a gift or appreciation from someone. A gift or appreciation. If you have your own business, it seems like it's going to be a busy week for you, but quite enjoyable. Or if you're seeking to start your own business, that next week would be great for a start. There is something to do with numerology. I'd say dig deeper, do your homework. Next week there is one date that comes up to a number that maybe is lucky for you, or it's your life path number, and you might start doing something regarding your financial independence or gaining more financially, and you're being observed and you're being protected, and it's a lot to do with numbers and numerology. Okay, what to watch out for the next week, what to watch out for, what to watch out for, what to watch out for. Observe. It's coming up, it's coming up. Two of Cups. Observe a relationship. Why is this coming through here? Observe a relationship. Okay, it's saying literally watch how one partnership in your life it's changing drastically. What was no more. So say if you are friends, you may be changing this relationship to something deeper, something more intimate. If you were romantic partners, you may expect a massive change in your partnership. Now, I'm not gonna try and give you all examples because it will be just too much, but you know what I mean. Massive drastic change in one of your relationships. We have the Knight of Swords here, and it feels like someone is sensing it already intuitively. I feel like it's that other person, not you though. Maybe both of you. Yeah, sensing it. Two of Spears, waiting for something to happen. I'm waiting for this rebirth. I'm waiting for this transition. How will the outcome be? What is the outcome like after this drastic change? What is the outcome like? Someone's gonna be a bit confused. Someone's gonna be a bit too much in their heads about this. How will the outcome be? Strength. Five of Spears. It seems like for some, it's like two different energies. The Eight of Swords is for one person, the Strength is for the other. It seems like for one of you, this change is very beneficial as self-growth. For other, it seems like that change, that benefit of what is happening here, maybe there is a bit of competition, something like that, it will be seen more in the future. Someone is not understanding as of now why it's happening the way it's happening. So for one of you, you're gonna pick it up quite quickly why this is happening the way it's happening, and the other is lagging a little bit, and we'll see the reasoning for this in the, let's see, in the next couple of months or so. Six of Cups, but it seems like that's not the end though. Whatever this is, this transition is, it seems like there is, I want to say a rebound, or I don't know, I'm hearing this, or there's going to be a reunion for some of you here. It's like we are getting separated by some sort of force, because it feels very forceful here. And then we find our way back after conflict, or maybe after conflict in our private lives, what we're going through. We find our way back to one another. But I don't know if it's going to be the same here with the Four of Cups. Both of you will have to be quite open to this, and one of you will be a bit hesitant. Do I want to have as close of a connection as I had with this person before, or do I want to say Four of Cups? No, thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. We split the deck. The Ten of Cups is here. This is such a confusing situation for some of you. It seems like, yes, there's happiness there. There's a lot to be experienced with this person, a lot to be done, a lot of happiness to be had. Whatever this soul contract is, it seems like it's quite impactful for both of your growths. And what might be confusing here is that some of you might be looking for a very clear answer right now, but you're not getting it, and your cards are saying just flow with it. Just flow with it for now, okay? How about your finances and career? Let's look, because there's a lot to do with partnerships, relationships here for you for the next week. So I want to tap into your finances and career a little bit here. What about your finances and career, pile number 1? What about your finances and career, pile number 1? What do we need to know? We have the Magician twice. No shit, I told you. The next week is all about manifestation. Get it, get it, get it, get it. It's not the week to lay on the couch and watch Netflix for too long, okay? There is energy waiting for you to be picked up and to do something with it. We have the 5 of Cups. It seems like for some of you it might be very intense though. So some of you might be like, ugh. Ace of Coins. Yeah, you know what, this 5 of Cups, what it's telling us, you're going to be shown something about your career or hobby even that you don't necessarily like, and that's going to act like an inspiration. What can I do better? How can I improve it? Is there something new that I want to start? So don't take that 5 of Cups as a like fucking hell energy. I hate it, but take it more so as a sign for you, a glimpse of clarity if your perception is right. Discoveries will be made in your careers the next week, definitely. The Emperor, Justice. Oosh. What belongs to you will be yours. You have strong leadership skills and they need to be used the next week. I also feel like some of you are receiving a gift. This could be monetary, this could be assistance, something like that, or even a really nice gesture from someone. But it feels like whoever this is, they are somehow connected to your work. So if you need extra content, I'll see you on Patreon. For the rest of you guys, thank you for being here. Until the next time. Hello, pile number 2. Let's see what is up for you the next week and a half. You have the King of Wands. You know what? So far, collectively, what I've seen from pile number 1 and pile number 2 now, it seems like it's going to be an ass-kicking week for Tribe. I like it because there's a lot of fire. There is, again, that wave of manifestation energy-wise. Okay, so how do you explain this for you? The next week's energies will be quite intense, but at the same time, they will be very beneficial if you started setting out some goals, or if you started taking more action, steps toward your goals. A lot of things can be done the next week and a half. It's saying be clever how you use your time, where your focus is, and where you put your energy in. If you have your priorities straight and you're very clear with what needs to be done now, a lot of things can be accomplished. Okay? Let's use this Super Lunaris deck for you. All right, pile number 2. What is up for you the next week or week and a half? What is happening? The Hierophant. King of Wands twice. By the way, I have 2 decks. One is the, I think, the first edition, and the second one is the second, so it's this slight color difference. Thank you, Tasha, by the way, you're amazing. I love you. I'll speak to you soon. Okay, let's go. Now, you might be dealing with a King of Wands person, or this is you. Right, so what's important for you the next week? If you need inspiration, it's saying reach out to those who you call friends, your tribe members. Okay, I'm also seeing a possible celebration, and at first someone may not want to be involved in it, but once they say yes and they actually go to that meeting, party, gathering, whatever this is, they have a blast. They have a really, really good time. I also think that you might meet someone, if you're socializing the next week, someone in those surroundings, and whoever this is, this person will have an eye on you, and you'll probably want to get to know them. Now, this could be any kind of connection. This could be business, this could be romantic, this could be a new friendship, but someone is really curious about you, or maybe you're curious about them and you know that you're going to meet them there. Let's see, let's clarify the Hierophant here. Why are you here? We have the Chariot. Yeah, it's like the next week for you, it's kind of set. It feels like for some of you, you will want to maybe do things that make you feel free. Do things that make you feel that you are on top of the mountain, something that feeds your soul. Would it be a hobby? Would it be an adventure? Would it be, again, socializing? It feels like you don't want to be tied down. And the people that you surround yourself with, they're going to mirror that energy of yours. Okay, let's see. By the way, I'm sensing that some of you may expect an additional family member in the form of a pet, okay? Or you taking your pet or pets on trips with you. I'm just jumping in and out of specifics here, so you know that's not yours, that's not yours. We have two very strong masculine energies here. Let's see what they're trying to tell us. Yeah, again, guys, you might be going on a trip or meeting someone whilst you're moving around. So it can be as simple as also walking to a shopping center, right? Or driving to a town next door. And there is that connection happening between two strong masculine energies. Now, a lot of you would have noticed from my tribe, my woman, you have a lot of masculine energy. This is the tribe that we have here, and you're a reflection of me, and vice versa. So this doesn't necessarily have to talk about two males as per se, but this is talking about two people who have strong masculine or dominant masculine energy. One of you is very analytical. One of you is all about the mind. The other one is all about exploration. It's all about making your passions your priorities. Okay, so you don't like to be, or whoever this person is doesn't like to be to stay in a situation that's boring or does not grow them or expand them as a person for too long. They need to constantly evolve. And the other one seems to have a bit more a bit calmer energy, but at the same time you have the same core values that make that bond stronger between you two, and you can exchange very valuable energy as well as information and experiences between one another. You may have a conversation with someone about the trips that you're planning to make, or a trip that you're planning to make, and I feel like someone is very inspired by someone's living situation or plans for the future. Some of you may feel a little bit overwhelmed because there's a lot to take care of, there's a lot to do, but I feel like you're gonna pick yourself up and keep moving again. It's not that you're gonna stay in that meh energy for too long. It's a quick moving week for you the next week. Nine of Cups, yeah. You know, whatever you're wishing in your for your friendships, or if you want a new friendship or partnership, it seems like the wish is coming true. Something is, or someone is making you very happy here. What about it? Let's dive deeper. You may be gifted flowers or something that is very special to you. Yeah, it's all about teamwork the next week, and it seems like that's where the strength lies. Strength lies the next week in movement. So whenever you decide to take a trip or you're planning a trip, you're kind of blessed in that area, and also in friendships and partnerships that you're building. What's a highlight of the next week? What is the highlight of the next week? Something that's going to feel important to you. something that's gonna feel important to you. Okay, potential. Okay, let's see, what is this? What is this pile number? Ones, two, sorry, maybe I wanted to check out one, I don't know. Okay. I feel like someone's putting their walls down. There was a situation where someone felt really defensive about something or very cautious, and maybe some of you put walls up or you're dealing with someone like that. I split deck, maybe this person is who you're dealing with. Makes sense why I pulled two cards. King of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. Someone had their heart closed off, or they were quite distant here, I'm seeing, and there is change with the Death card happening in that connection here. Whatever this is, it seems like it's karmic, it's meant to be. Someone is becoming a new person because of this situation. Ten of Pentacles. Your finances are looking good the next week. Five of Swords. And it seems, now this is gonna sound weird, but I feel like that's for a couple of you. So if you know this is yours, then this is yours. It has to feel right in your soul. Someone's boundaries are very connected to how their finances go. Basically, your wealth for some of you is connected to boundaries, because boundaries might be a repetitive lesson that you're trying to learn. You're trying to improve in that. Now make sure you don't go overboard, because sometimes people take it as black and white, right? Oh, I'm gonna completely close off, not let anyone in. You're blocking quite a lot of good stuff then coming your way. As long as you are open-hearted, keep your eyes open, but you have strong and clear boundaries with people and you express it lovingly, right? You can be very calm and assertive. It seems like that's when you start noticing how your career or your finances start improving. It's a very weird thing that I'm seeing here, but it feels really strong in my soul. Self-respect. Okay, we have the Six of Cups. What about it? What about it? We have the Four of Cups and we have the Four of Swords. It feels like you may decide to say no to something that you wished for once before, but now maybe your priorities or your goals have slightly changed, and whatever this is that resurfaces from your past, you may think about it twice, because maybe for some of you that was something that you did not like very much, or you thought that this is my wish, this is my goal, but the more you've kind of flown, I don't know why when I say that, I literally see someone flying. Okay. But some of you are almost like in my vision levitating, so I don't know what the heck that means. But it seems like the more you went with the flow with this, the more you realize that and observe the situation, you're like, I don't know if that's for me anymore. You know, sometimes we can outgrow our goals, and throughout time our goals change. Yeah, look, Ten of Swords, you're gonna decide to put a stop to something. Let's see what this is connected to more specifically, and I'm gonna use the Steampunk Kipper deck. What about this past situational thing? What is resurfacing here for you? Yeah, again, there's something connected to your goals. Maybe you wanted to sign up for some sort of course, or something to do with education, or even improving yourself in that specific career field. And you may start making changes about your future goals. What was no more. I feel like I want to shift my path, I'm hearing slightly. And if that's yours, you're gonna be shown messages about it very clearly. You won't be able to miss it. Okay, what else? I feel like for some of you, an older female, the feeling I'm getting, it's a mom or a grandma or an older friend, but 15 plus older. They're going to give you a really good advice about something the next week. What is improving the next week? Which area in your life is improving? Which area in your life is improving? Something to do with documents and formalities, papers, contracts. Which area of your life is improving? Okay, you're not as stiff, I'm hearing, anymore, not as anxious the next week or two, okay? And whatever situation has caused you some gloom and doubt, it feels like it's gonna be slowly clearing away. And I feel like a lot of you are focusing on your work, on your hobbies, on your finances and your careers, okay? So if you need extra content, I'll see you on Patreon. And for the rest of the tribe, thank you for being here. Have a great week. Bye for now. Hello, my pile 3 people. Let's see what is up for you all the next week. By the way, collectively, what I've observed so far is that for a lot of you guys, there's gonna be a wave of really intense energy the next week, but not in a chaotic way for 80% of you. It's almost as if next week, so week and a half, energy is about knowing how to manipulate it for your own advantage. Because we got a couple of magician cards in piles before. Very strong energy, and you probably will want to focus collectively now, right? We're gonna tap into yours now in a minute. You may want to use that energy for your own advantage, to achieve goals, to set new goals, things like that, okay? Manifestation level 1000. Just keep that in mind. I mean, of course, the star card is here. It's all about progress, guys. Okay, let's see. We're gonna use the Super Lunaris deck, and I wanna start with actually 𝒘𝒊𝒕𝒉 deck. Let's see. Pile number 3. What's up the next week and a half? Feel like I want this and that card. You've got the Shaman. You may want to watch one more pile, just saying, because we had the exact same card. I'm not gonna tell you which one. If you wanted to, you'll land there. The Sacred Heart, the heart and soul of Goliath. Oh, see what I mean by manifestation? You have the Shaman card here. They are great at knowing what to do with energy. They're great at, there's also something to do with, by the way, I'm jumping here because there's a lot, something to do with your own your own way of manifesting things. There's something that you are discovering the next week or two that works for you specifically, because I'm seeing a recipe, and it's your own recipe. So some of you may work with herbs, some of you will invent your own, maybe meditation, visualization, something like that, okay? It's very personal to you. And some of that information that you are downloading, it's actually from the source. And I'm hearing an ancestor whispering suggestions for you, what works for you, because they know your soul. It's quite a deep reading, but there is a connection to the stars, to the source, to the universe the next week. It feels like you also focusing on your heart, and you have a really good connection to your heart. So maybe some of you have been working on this previously. If that's the case, you're seeing improvement, and you're seeing how having this heart wide open attracts a lot of things for you. Because before, I feel like some of you had it closed for some time due to some sort of hurt or trust issues, things like that. Keep your heart wide open, okay? And manifest the fuck out of yourself the next week. Okay, let's go. If you're new, welcome to my channel. Okay, let's see. Super Lunaris. Right. What is up? Let's clarify the star card, please. Some of you, by the way, you might also be drawn to body modification, or maybe drawn to tattoos, piercings, things like that. We have 7 of Cups. We have the King of Pentacles. I'm also seeing those who have lost your fathers. You are connecting to your father or father image the next week, and it seems like, I don't know if you're doing it consciously or it's just gonna feel at like a right time, or you're gonna feel their presence, but definitely a communication is happening between them and you. And I feel like the messages will be quite clear. For some of you, the messages will come through in the form of feeling. You'll know what they're trying to do. You'll know what they're trying to say, because I just felt a hug. But they're not coming through just, you know, for a hug. They're coming through with a piece of info that's going to be influential for you. Okay, what's happening the next week we're going to have? I feel like for some of you, they're going to ask you to open up your heart, or focusing on opening your heart up a little bit more. We have the Knight of Pentacles here. Let's clarify all of these cards. You're thinking about opportunities, options that you have the next week, and especially where you're going to move forward next, which direction you're moving forward. So decisions are going to be made the next week about maybe a trip, movement, change. But you need to remember that you have a lot of options, so don't limit yourself in your own headspace, okay? We have the Devil. Let's clarify why this Devil is here. Some of you now, what we are seeing here, you're going to be paying attention to one particular connection. Oh, wait, cards on the floor. One particular connection in your life that feels like it has been somehow sabotaging things for you. It's not to say that we're putting the blame on the other, you know, takes two to tango, but almost as if you feel held back if you involve yourself too much in a connection with this person. For some of you, this could be literally someone that you married with, because we have the King of Pentacles, and you're trying to discern what needs to be done or how you can improve the situation. Maybe this is someone who has issues with addiction or habits that really don't help them or anyone around them as well. Yeah, this is definitely, by the way, there is an opportunity for someone to get pregnant, so if you don't want that, you know what to do. Okay? And there is insane chemistry between you and someone else here. The next week might be quite a sexual week for you guys. You feel everything more intensely on a physical level. You may also find out, if this is not you, that someone is pregnant in your circle. And I don't know why, but you won't really like that info. Maybe because of the person that friend or family member is with. There is some sort of like, I'm feeling someone disapproving almost. And it's coming from love though. It's not that, you know, there was reasoning behind this. Almost like someone wants the other to do better. What a pile. I'm jumping in and out of specifics here, so you'll know what's for you, what's for other people. We have Justice. I'm hearing karmic resolution. We have 5 of Swords, definitely. We have, yeah, something is happening in your partnerships the next week, and it seems like at first you may feel like it's a storm or chaos, but it's actually leading you to a phase of purging, and that phase of purging will lead you to a happier relationship or relationships in your surroundings, okay? almost as if something needs to be shaken off. I'm seeing like a dark particle in the energy field that needs to be looked at, that needs to be acknowledged, investigated, and then we're planning the next steps. How can we make this clear? How can we get rid of this? How can we heal this part? Okay? But I feel like this is created by two. It doesn't only belong for one person. So, very reflective week, guys. Very reflective week. I feel like you'll be drawn to, by the way, definitely feel like there is one more pile for you here, pile 3. If you wanted to look at it, because there's a continuation to the story, or additional messages in one more pile. I'm seeing someone wanting to socialize more, and the need for socializing or discovering new connections is going to be so led, because it seems like pile number 3 needs a restart button, or literally I'm hearing fresh meat in their surroundings, okay? If we're talking about the physical, I need fresh meat. Not in a sexual way though. Someone wants a new friendship, someone wants to meet new people, and this might be unusual for you if you're an introvert, but the next week you will feel a pull towards getting to know someone, even online or maybe face-to-face, signing up for a group, some sort of venture or retreat where you don't know people. Something to do with that. I want to be involved in a circle that is new to me, that feels fresh, and I feel like that would be quite beneficial for you. Even signing up for a gym class, and you go on your own, right? There's something to do with your energy changing when you're around new people. It's quite helpful for your growth the next week. Yeah, what did I say? Look at yourself. See? It's quite helpful for your growth. You'll see yourself differently. A lot of realizations. Self-love is a big thing for pile number 3 the next week. That's why you have this heart here. You are committing to yourself much more. You are committed to yourself much more. You're going for a massive shift here. If you can see, there is like an outline of a person who is being rebirthed over here in this card. I love this death card because the plant, the seed is already growing. We can see that very clearly here. So this has started for you already. This is not news for you the next week. This has started for you already. Definitely. And it feels like you're going to be stepping into this phase of courage and need for exploration. You'll be very curious about what life has to offer, what drives you, what motivates you here. You want to explore. You may also sign up for a class, a hobby, or you'll want to improve a skill or a talent. It's a lot to do with improvements. Okay? Yeah, especially if you have your own business or you're seeking for independence. That's where your focus lies. There's a lot of wisdom here with this owl to be picked up from up there. So if you need to connect, it's saying connect on your own time, okay? The messages will be very clear, very straightforward. You'll hear messages clearly. You also don't beat around the bush the next week about contracts. Would it be business contracts? Would it be romantic contracts? Marriages? You don't beat around the bush. You're very clear with what you need. And I feel like that's going to be very beneficial because it's going to draw in this energy with the Knight of Cups where people, by you talking, speaking your mind, and being very clear with what it is that you want, not in a cocky way, or you know, like sometimes people are like, yeah, I said what I thought, but then you didn't think about how the other person would feel, right? Because you were too harsh. So in, you know what I mean, in a balanced way, you can be calm and assertive and still make your point. And here it seems like by stepping into this energy, okay, this is weird, but someone looks at you and goes, damn, that was kind of hot. There is appreciation for the clarity that you shine, okay? But I feel like whoever this person is, yeah, it's like, oh my God, look at this person, look at them doing well. How did they do it? I don't know. Someone is observing you, that's for sure, the next week. Could be someone in your workplace, could be someone online, doesn't matter really. But especially if you have your own platforms, or if you are doing some sort of spiritual work, this person has an eye on you. And it feels like they may want to take some sort of action here with the Knight of Swords, or ask for advice, especially when it comes to difficult times in their life. So maybe if that's your business, if you counsel people, if you help them find clarity, you're gonna find clients coming your way, and quite a lot, I feel like. And there might be a wave of similar issues that people come with the next week. It's very synchronistic, I'm feeling here. And you may also be rewarded for your work. I'm seeing someone getting a tip and being very grateful, because you're being looked at as someone who's like an inspiration, someone who doesn't take just anything that's thrown their way. They would rather wait and observe their options than jump into the first thing that they are offered. So that's a very interesting one. Which area of life is improving the next week? I'm using the Steampunk Kipper deck. Which area of life is improving the next week? Which area of life is improving the next week? Or where you see progress? We have courthouse, any legal dealings or anything even to do with home. I'm seeing here things are moving forward, documents, formalities. And you have gift. I told you, there's that feeling of I'm grateful for you, thank you for helping me. Or some of you are celebrating your birthdays, or maybe a birth of a child, because children keep coming up here in this pile. There is that pregnancy with the Empress here. We have little child. You're spending a lot of time maybe with them if your children are older now. Bonding time is happening, and some of you might be planning journeys, with the Six of Swords, but it feels like it's further ahead here, that journey. Okay, so I hope this made sense, and if you need extra content, I'll find you. You can find me on Patreon. Damn, it's been a minute. And Trav, thank you for being here. Until the next time, ciao.